When it comes to cases, gaming bags, and other alternative storage methods for your Magic the Gathering and other trading card games, there used to be very little in the way of choices. But as more and more players desired not just deck boxes for their cards, but also an effective means of transport and protection for those deck boxes, several companies have come forward with products that attempt to meet those needs. This video will compare and contrast the Legion tin, the Ultra Pro KP Face-Off Gamers Bag, the KMC Card Barrier 1000 card case, as well as the gaming cases offered by Piratelab. With so many choices on the market today, finding the best option for you and your needs can be tricky. Which of these cases and gaming bags is best for you? Let's take a look. The Legion tin is immediately reminiscent of lunchbox pails from elementary school. Only instead of classic 90s cartoon characters on them, these come displaying the evocative Legion iconic mana symbols. The design is both neat and distinct. Each Legion tin can hold up to 3 Legion iconic deck boxes. The most immediate trouble with these is that the tins are prone to dents and other damage. I fear these may be more stylistic than actually effective protection. In the end, I do question whether this is a convenient way to just carry 3 Legion deck boxes as one. I still have to put this in my backpack or satchel. I suppose I could just walk into my card shop with this. Small and convenient, yes. But more than anything, this is a collector's item instead of top quality protection. And just what exactly are we protecting here? The Legion tin is going to hold 3 Legion iconic boxes, but this isn't exactly designed to be compatible with a lot of other deck box styles. In addition to that, if you don't actually have 3 in there, that's going to slide around, clang around, make a lot of noise. So you really have to put 3 boxes in there, and even so, whether you do it in that configuration or perhaps in this configuration, they're not even really secure, and so they're going to be bouncing around, sliding around, maybe scraping off the nice imagery from the deck boxes. It's a thin metal tin. Your latch is far from super secure. There's a little bit of a magnet there. More than anything, this is a collector's piece. If you like Legion, if you like tin lunchbox pails, if you like collecting things like this, then this might be a fun addition to that collection. At only $9.95 average MSRP, it's not breaking the bank for a little piece of silly. Me, I think I might pack my lunch for pre-release in these instead of my deck boxes. Average retail price is indeed $9.95, but as much as I like the design, I can't justify more than a C for this item. Ultra Pro has recently teamed up with KP Face-Off to bring us the Gamer's Bag, a messenger bag designed with Magic the Gathering and standard-sized card gaming in mind. I think Ultra Pro had the right idea to work with KP Face-Off, as they are already experienced at manufacturing durable, quality messenger bags. So here's the first question that we have to ask of this bag, and that is, just what is it providing to us as Magic players that a regular messenger satchel or a backpack is not? What aspect of this design is helpful to players, and just how worthwhile is that aspect? The first way this bag differs from a standard satchel is that it has 3 adjustable, elastic straps on the inside for holding your deck. But I use adjustable generously, as they really only tighten and loosen a little due to a Velcro siding, and mostly they rely on their elastic nature to wrap around the different sizes of deck box that you might be using. The straps are very awkward to access, and once you have filled all 3, it's very awkward to add more items to the interior. The defining feature of KP Face-Off bags is that the front flaps are interchangeable. A regular KP Face-Off messenger bag has the option for many different styles and carrying capacities for the front flap, but as of now, Ultra Pro doesn't have much in the way of options. However, I think this interchangeable front flap has the most potential to make a must-have item for Magic players. If Ultra Pro or KP one day offers flaps with options for deck box compartments, extra playmat straps, or other customizable features, it could be really neat to have a bag custom to your needs. So there's a compartment on the side that unzippers to wide and just enough for a rolled up playmat or playmat tube. I'm just placing in here a rolled up playmat. And then what's nice about this is that when it zips up, it creates a tighter pocket for that playmat, which, while I could still pull it out if I needed to, does an okay job of securing it. What I don't like about this, and what should immediately be evident to you is a mistake, is the fact that they chose to have this playmat holder go in vertically instead of horizontally. So if I'm going to be walking around with this, I've got two problems. One is this is awkward, and it's going to be possibly irritating me, getting in the way. It is possible, that it'll fall out because this is not completely secure. I do rather like that zippered aspect of it. But the other problem is that if my playmat isn't in a tube, then it's exposed. And look here. There's no reason why this could not have just been maybe a flap here. I mean, let's take advantage of the detachable outer flap. And maybe on this flap, which has absolutely no straps or holds, that could have been where the playmat went. And look, ample room for that. Here, it's a little hard to see black on black, but yeah, look. So here's my fairly full Ultra Pro binder, and the first place that you would probably think to place it would be on the interior. Now I have on the interior here 3 deck boxes, 2 towers, and just a plastic top loader. And it's not meant really to go in there. It does fit, look. But notice that it's really a tight fit, and I couldn't put additional ones in. So at best, without my laptop in here, I can fit 1 Pro binder. Now there's a compartment on the back here, and this is actually where they would prefer you to place specifically your Pro binder. Problem is that it's a little awkward to have to get it in. Did you hear that noise? That noise isn't a good thing. It's friction. Friction of me having to fold over or pull over this little top. The most logical place is to want to put it inside the bag, not on the outside of the bag. So it's got some protection there. But again, if you consider the Pro binder being on the back pocket, the protruding playmat, in fact, it really only has 3 Magic the Gathering features: the 3 elastic straps for deck boxes, the playmat compartment, which protrudes, and the binder compartment, which is on the outside and not the inside of the messenger bag. As of now, I see no major advantage for Magic the Gathering players to have the KP Face-Off Ultra Pro Gamer's Bag over just a regular messenger bag or a regular backpack. I can fit far more deck boxes in those. I can also fit far more folders in those, and I can get one that's much more appropriate to my style and my needs. When you factor in that the price of this is $80, you're getting very little specific to you as a Magic player. The quality and craftsmanship here is still very high, but so too is the price. At $80, this is incredibly expensive. And I fail to see much advantage, if any, that the Gamer's Bag has over any other messenger bag in terms of support for Magic players. Grade C+. The Card Barrier Box 1000, a product of KMC, is a case with organization and storage in mind. It has 5 deep compartments which hold 1,000 sleeved cards, or about 700 to 725 double-sleeved cards. Accessing those cards is easy, and the Card Barrier Box is crafted of a soft plastic that comes with a lifetime guarantee. I really prefer this flexible plastic to the inflexible plastic so many of these other acrylic cases are made of. Best of all are these 2 latches on the lid, meaning that my cards are super secure. So remember in my video where I looked at the Ultimate Guard Stack and Safe, and I held this up as a standard example of a way you could store your cube for that video. And I said that this was essentially somewhere in the low Bs for storage options. It was affordable, it did the job, nothing particularly spectacular. It took a while in that video for me to shake and have it come open, but it did indeed come open. Here's the card barrier box with about 720 double-sleeved cards in it. And I want to show just how tough the latches on this are. So this is filled with my cards. I am going to be very upset if this pops open. Very upset, because I am going to have quite a lot of cleaning up to do. But you know what? I feel very confident that not one but two latches will hold this tight. Now I want to be really clear that I have my fingers in no way on the lid down here. They're on the base. And shake. And I'm not just going up and down, but I'm also kind of going like this to try and pop the latches out. There's a lot of weight in here that should be putting force on those latches to kind of, pop it out. This is upside down. Here's me holding it by the lid. Even holding it by the lid, I can't shake it free. So, one of the things I always ask players is, imagine if your cat or your dog or your kid knocks over your box of cards, especially if it's your card storage or your cube or any other 1,000-card-like collection. Imagine that one day that it, falls out of your shelf. Falls. No, it's not even a little. And yet, they're really flexible. It's got that nice flexible plastic. All the cards are in place. Nothing has shifted out from all that shaking. And that's a pretty extreme test, I feel, because that's not going to be happening to your card box. Best of all is the price. At only about $14.99, the toughest thing is going to be getting a hold of this outside Japan. As a storage and protection card box, it's an A-. Piratelab game cases are trying to take the seat recently vacated by the Power 9 Pro's Dragon Egg. These cases are tough. The exteriors are heavy-duty nylon reinforced with coroplast walls, which is going to offer great exterior protection. No cardboard in sight here. Metal hardware and hard plastic handles, self-healing nylon zippers all make this top-notch quality. The cases come in two sizes. A large size holding approximately 900 sleeved cards in deck boxes and about 400 in the small. What stands out to me beyond the high quality of materials is the configurable design. Using the foam tray dividers that come with the case, you can customize the interior for your personal deck box needs. This means whether you use Ultra Pro or Legion or both, you can set up a configuration that likely meets your personal needs. Heck, I love Ultra Pro satin towers too, and even they can fit in these flexible yet stable foam interior trays. Both the large and the small have smaller compartments meant for storing dice bags and other small gaming accessories, and this for me is actually the biggest misstep that Piratelab's made. The exterior zippered compartments can already hold your portfolios, playmats, and yes, dice bags, and whatever other small accessories you have, and anything larger than that, like a particularly full dice bag, can just be held inside one spare deck box slot. These specific accessory slots really would have been better used, either as an additional deck box slot, or maybe simply not included at all, which would have made these cases just a little more slender. I feel most players don't have much need for them, and they would probably prefer either to hold even more deck boxes, or just have a more compact overall size. I don't think I could break this if I tried. Incredibly firm, sturdy. This is perfect if you picture luggage getting smashed in the overhead compartment. I'm a bit more of a fan of the smaller sized one, but again, everybody is going to have their own preferences and needs. Another thing that I really like, and you can see by the way that the foam interior holds your deck boxes securely, even though it's flexible enough to remove them, to place them. And so look, they're not really falling out when it's being held on its side. You're not going to open this and have everything come tumbling out on you, although you probably shouldn't open it as I'm currently holding it. But nonetheless, it can hold everything from your tower or your monolith to whether you prefer your Legion iconic boxes or Ultra Pro if you happen to favor the flips. Depending on your needs, depending on your style, the Piratelab's case likely meets them. Another thing that's great is the fact that the interior tray is removable. And Piratelab actually sells extra ones of just the tray. So if you might be having multiple deck boxes that you want to stack in trays on your shelf, perhaps, like you have your deck library or gauntlet in one of these and your commander collection in the other, I could really see getting multiple trays. Another thing I hope to see from Piratelab in the future would be alternate designs on these. Like I said, I would love one where we were able to fit another row of deck boxes or a different layout, so maybe we'll see that in the future. While the somewhat bulkiness of the Piratelab bags and the largely superfluous accessory slots are areas that I feel can be improved upon, this is still an incredibly impressive storage case. An A- for sure, and a product that I am glad to have access to, especially when I travel. I hope this video has been of some help to you. Don't see a deck box or other product that you want for sale at your local game store? Don't be shy to ask if they can look into stocking them. And make sure you tell them that you appreciate the role they play in giving you a space to play and enjoy Magic. They are a part of your community. And this video has been brought to you by the generous support of patron alums at Patreon, and by the support of viewers like you. Thank you.